Guys, this is Jenishwari and welcome back to Code Generator. In my last video on C++, I just gave you a small introduction to C++ with what is C++, why we use C++, what are the advantages and disadvantages of C++, and what is the basic difference between C and C++, and along with the history of C++. In today's lecture, we will be going through our first program in C++. Before getting into this, we actually need a platform to run our C++ programs. I will show you the steps to download and install the dev C++ software which we will be using to run and compile our C++ codes. I'm just getting into Google Chrome, typing dev C++ for Windows. And I'm just selecting the first option which I got from the search result. You can see the download the latest version. This will download the latest version of the dev C++. Just click on that and your downloading will be started. It will take some few minutes. Now this dev C++ software has been completely downloaded and you can get the file for this in your downloads folder. This is the file which we downloaded now. Just have to double click on this to set up our installation. And our installation has been started. You can see the setup is loading. This installation process is not a difficult one. Basically all the settings and configurations have been done by default. We just have to click this next button continuously till we finish our installation. You have to select your language. Of course, it will be English for us. This is the license agreement. We just have to click I agree. And as I said, all the configurations have been done. We just have to give the next and install. You can see this is the location where our dev C++ is placed. It takes some few minutes for this installation. Installation is completed. So click finish to close this wizard. As this checkbox has been checked, when we click on this finish, this dev C++ software will be launched. We just have to simply click on next as the selected language is already English. If you need to change anything, you can change it. For now, I'm just keeping as it was. And click on next. The dev C++ has been configured successfully. Okay. So, this is our dev C++ platform where we will be performing all our C++ programs. By default, support for one of the most recent version of C++ is not enabled. It shall be done explicitly by going to Tools, Compiler Options, Settings and Code Generation tab. In this Code Generation tab, go to the language standard, which is the last option, and we have to select ISO C++11. After this configuration, we are ready for our first program. And to start writing with our first program, we have two ways. One is to create a project folder and then create a source file, and another is to create a individual source file. For now, I am just showing to create with the individual source file. This program will just display a hello world as a message. So, we have to start with a header files. Hash include IO string. This is the header file which have to be used for adding any input and output statements. Second line is using namespace std. This line means that we can use names for objects and variables from the standard library. Don't worry if you don't understand these two lines. Just remember that these two lines have to be used in every program as it appears always in your program. The next statement is of the main entry point for your C++ programs. The codes written inside this will be executed first when the compiler runs. As I said, we have to display a hello world message. We have to use a cout object with the insertion operator. These are the insertion operators, and the cout object is from this header file include iostream.h. We have to add our message within the double quotes. And it is important to add a return statement in your C++ programs. Return 0. It indicates that your program has been executed successfully. As we are returning 0, I am adding a return statement as int. Even if you don't add this int, there will be no error because by default C++ takes this return type for the main as int. So our first program has been completed, and we have to just save and compile and run to get the output hello world message. Go to file, save. I'm saving this program with a file name hello world, and don't forget to add .cp as the extension. As we have saved our program, the next step is to compile our program. This is F9 is the keyboard shortcut for compile, and one more option available is compile and run at the same time. For now, I am just showing you with the compile. While our program is being compiled, we don't have any options to run. We will get a message that our compilation has been completed. Then we can run our program. You can see errors are 0, warnings are 0, and compilation time. Now, to run our program, go to execute and select run. We will be getting the hello world message on this console. Yes, you can see that hello world has been printed here. Instead of compiling and running separately, you can simply go to execute and compile and run. Just don't forget to remember those keyboard shortcuts because they are always helpful. this program is been compiling, and after this compilation we don't have to click on the run. We don't have to click on this run, and the program will be executed automatically. So we got the output. This was just a simple program on C++ with hello world. And in this video, I have showed you how to download, install and set up the dev C++, which will be acting as a platform to write our C++ programs, and just gave you a simple demo on how will be the C++ program code structure will be. It will contain the header files, a namespace, a main function which will be the entry point to which will act as an entry point while compiling, and how to add a message and return statement which will actually end the C++ program. And make a note that every statement in C++ will end with a semicolon. This is a function, so it is followed by a curly braces, and the function has some statements which has been ended with semicolon. If you have any questions, you can please drop into the comment box, and if you find this video helpful, please do share, like and do subscribe our channel Code Generator, and you can also follow and support our Instagram page Code Generator 1115, and if you have any questions you can drop to us into our Gmail pythoncode1115@gmail.com. Thank you.